with me tonight Ambassador Jerry Ugokwe, who is one of the people that came on this mission to talk to the Nigerians in diaspora about what is going on in Nigeria. Thank you very much for spending this time with us. We appreciate everything that went on in there. And I know you had a lot of questions that were thrown at you, and you were able to observe the Nigerians in the diaspora. My question to you is, what is your opinion of the average Nigerian in diaspora that you have met today?
Well, thank you very much for having me on your show.
Thank you.
This is the first time I am coming on this show. I've heard about it, but I haven't had the opportunity to meet you, and it's a pleasure. And let me say that I'm happy that you came to cover this event, because it shows the patriotism that you have for Nigeria, you know, to leave all the things you have to do to come here, to hear what we have to say, and be able to put the news out so that people would know what the issues really are, what the fundamentals are, and what the right facts are. So I want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
Well, my impression about Nigerians in diaspora who were here today is an impression of a well-organized people, well-educated people, and more importantly, patriotic Nigerians. Yes, they are here. Many of them are doing well. They're professors, they're doctors, they're engineers, but they still have a passion for their country. They still are committed to the cause of their nation, and that is why they were here, and that is why you find some of them highly agitated, feeling bad that their country is not doing as well as it ought to be doing, given all the vast resources, both human and material, that we have. So it's encouraging to me. I believe that we need more of these dialogue, discussion, and sharing of ideas. And the more we do these things, the more we harness the talents that our people have, and then apply them correctly, you know, to be able to make our nation great.
Well, thank you very much, sir. One of the concerns that I know you took time to address was the concern of people in diaspora wanting to go back home to make a difference. And you were once in the diaspora.
Yes.
And so you're one of the people that we are looking at, like role models, you know. Some people have gone before you, some people have gone after you.
Yes.
But it's not everybody who has been home that has similar experience or similar success that you have attained. What would you say to the average Nigerian who wants to go back to Nigeria, even in this present circumstances?
Well, people have said to me that, well, you went to Nigeria at the right time. I don't think any time is right. One is to have the passion. Another is to be determined. Another is to make the move. You can sit on your oars and do all the talking and do all the dreaming, but if you don't take that first step, you will never achieve it. More so, you know, it is never a bed of roses anywhere. One of the things that motivated me to leave for Nigeria was that when I was muting the idea to some friends of mine, what some of them told me was, you know, what are you going there to do? Why are you leaving the known to the unknown? Because I had an very good job, what you will call a very good job, you know, with six-figure salaries. And people were saying, why are you leaving the known from the unknown? And my answer was that I was leaving the unknown to the known. And what am I saying? In Nigeria, I know almost everybody. You know, when I mean everybody, what I mean is I went to my secondary school there. I still remember some of my friends who are either highly placed or are in position of authority. You know, but here you're just on your own. So I said, when I left Nigeria, where I had my family and friends, and I came here, I succeeded. I think it will be ironical for me to think that if I live here where I didn't have any friends, I didn't have any help, I didn't have anybody who assisted me in getting to the height where I got to get back to Nigeria where I can practically say that in every sector I would have gone to school with one person or another. There is hardly any office that I will go to, you know, at my age mate, that I won't find anybody that will recognize my face. So I believe that doing that I should be able to succeed even more in Nigeria than in the United States. That's what motivated me to leave. More so, I said to myself, my services are needed in my country more than they are needed here. There is this country, the United States, is fully developed, you know, sophisticated, you know, and I came out to America, you know, did 2 master's degree, PhD, and then I can't go to apply that in my country. You know, to me that was unacceptable, and that was why I packed up and I left. And I'm glad and grateful to God that I did leave, because my contribution in Nigeria, you know, speaks for itself.
Exactly. Exactly. So, well, we're rounding up. We're rounding up. We're going to end it there. Well, thank you very much. There's one more thing that I would like to talk to you about, very briefly.
Yes.
One of the bone of contentions, because we're on Facebook and we read a lot of comments from the people, you know, Nigerians, everywhere in the world. One of the things that really they are concerned about the fuel subsidy is because they were not desensitized before then. They were not informed beforehand. What do you have to say, you know, to explain the reason why this did not happen, or why it was not possible to do that, you know, to the people?
I think that it is not exactly true. You know, anybody can write and anybody can say anything, but the truth of the matter is that before this time, the president had held wide consultations. He had meetings with traditional rulers, he had meetings with religious leaders, he had meetings with governors, he had meetings with group of youths, he had meetings with a cross-section of people. Now, to say that there was no consultation, you know, I think that would not be right. That would not be totally right. Maybe some people could say there was no everyday publicity about the issue. But again, you know, in many cases, you know, that would even prevent such a thing from happening, because the cabal we're talking about are rich and formidable, and they were the people who were fomenting trouble, and they are ready, and they would have been ready, even more armed to foment trouble if whatever they were calling publicity was done, you know, the way it's, you know, it was being envisaged. But in terms of consultation, if the word is consultation, I want to assure you that the president consulted, the governors were even the people who initiated it, and it would have been the governors' the responsibility to go to their villages, to go to their cities, to go to their states, to disseminate this information. If all the governors who discussed with the president agreed on it, if as a matter of fact, who were the people who driving the matter, had gone to their states and done what you were just you know, talking about, we wouldn't be in the situation where we are today. So it's not completely the responsibility of the president. Other people share that responsibility too.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. We have been talking to His Excellency Ambassador Jerry Ugokwe, and we would like to thank him very much for coming on the show, because this is our little corner here where we're just covering what happened tonight. We appreciate you coming over to explain all of these things that we didn't know before to the people of Atlanta, and we just hope that you will continue in this message of goodwill and keep giving Nigerians hope that they are looking for. Because when you go and have this kind of forum and talk to people, it shows them that the government cares for them and is looking out for them, and we appreciate you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, and I must say that this is just the beginning. We are going to undertake this kind of consultation across the United States, across Europe. As you know, we have held this consultation in Chicago. We've held it in Washington. We've held it in Houston. Tonight we're holding it in Atlanta, and tomorrow we're moving to New York. And then next week we'll probably be going to the West Coast, and then beyond that we'll be going to London on Friday, and then we'll be in Paris on Saturday. So we want to make it a more regular thing so that people would know, I mean, those in diaspora will know that we need them to get Nigeria to where it should be. So I thank you very much for this opportunity.
So watch out, people. They are going to so many other cities. So watch out for when they will come to your own city. We will follow up with them and bring you more stories as they go on. Thank you very much. You're watching The Ife Show. Keep watching.